Oh gosh, this is fun because it's a podcast where like I can hear her, but she can't hear me. So we are recording right now, and she's just gonna be talking, apparently randomly. Back to our earlier conversation, though.
No, I still can't hear you.
I think would squirrels be the best? Probably not. I think they'd be good to gather information, though.
Are you having this podcast without me?
And she's asking questions. She's not great with technology. I mean, you click a button that says, I want this microphone, and it's apparently too complicated.
It's turned up. Everything's plugged in.
It's fun watching her because in this studio, you can see each other. It doesn't record the video portion of it. But I can see her, and she's just looking around bewildered at the fact that it's not working for her for some reason. We've been trying to get this up and running for about 15 minutes now, and I've just been recording little like snippets here and there of audio of us talking, and it's great. Man, I hope she realizes that I can definitely hear her. The recording is going to show it. That's going to be fun. It's going to be good.
Because this whole podcast is going to be me guessing what you're saying and then responding to it because I don't know what the hell is happening.
I mean, if
I tried adjusting the settings and it's got like...
This is the issue too, right? She's using my computer, so I know that when I go back and use it, all my settings are not going to be fucked up because of this.
I don't know what to do.
Yep, all my settings just got fucked up because she can't figure out how headphones work. That's what just happened.
Should I exit and come back in?
The audio output is my...
Can you like nod your head or give me a thumbs up or something? Or type in the chat?
Type in the chat. Hold on, I got this. You do you. Send. I look forward to changing all my settings back when I get home. She left the studio. She's gonna text me again. I can't get back in. It won't let me. Like, oh wow, that's crazy. You know what's even funnier is when you click on join the studio, it previews everything. You can see that your camera's working, that your microphone's working, that your headphones are working. Like you can test it all before you even get in the studio. And she just didn't, apparently. I don't know.
Okay. I have sound now.
Oh, good.
Why was this so fucking complicated?
I think you need to go into the bathroom and look in the mirror. That's why.
Don't be rude.
It's not rude. Like I was ready.
Wasn't working.
I was ready 17 minutes ago. I mean, I don't know it was working for me just fine. I've used that computer hundreds of times to do this. I don't know what you want from me.
I did all the same things I normally do. Okay, I didn't change anything.
I mean, you just said you changed a lot of settings.
I didn't change your settings. I said I used 3 different browsers.
No. After you got in, when you couldn't hear me, you said that you were changing a bunch of settings to try and get the headphones to work. So I typed in the chat, I look forward to changing all my settings back.
I didn't change your settings on Ala 2. It had your headset 3 times, and I clicked through each of them, and it didn't work.
See, it's never done that. It's always just been one.
To the default setting.
Whatever you did is what you did.
I didn't do shit. Okay, can you stop blaming me for something that's technology? Because it's starting to piss me off a little bit.
Something that's technology.
I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. I clicked all the links you sent me. I logged into the website like I normally do. It's not my fault. Don't act like it's my fault.
I hope that comes across in the recording because you sounded like a robot there for a second.
It's because it says your signal's not great.
Yeah, I don't understand how it always says that my connectivity is poor. I have great signal right now
No,
and
you
great
have better
like
Wi-Fi than I do right now.
yeah, I'm very confused as to why it's like, oh, you have poor connection. I'm like, no, I don't, but okay.
Actually.
Maybe the server it's recording to is closer to you or something. I don't know.
Mm. Well, we're here though.
Mm-hmm.
Did you already do the intro?
Nope.
Well, welcome back to Mindless Prattle. I'm Ripley. That's Jordon. We're gonna talk to you about stuff. Hope you
Episode
like it.
76, how to fix poor internet connection. All right, a solid internet connection is key to enjoying smooth calls, all right? And this guide will walk you through some simple steps to improve your internet connection. Step 1, check your internet speed. We did that. Okay. Make sure you have at least 5 megabits per second for both upload and download. It wants you to have 5. That's the minimum. That's so low, and yet I have
5
way more
gigs
than that.
or
What?
megabits?
I'm glad that you're paying attention because I definitely just read it.
Sorry, my
Anyway,
teeth hurts and I don't know why.
well, we'll come back tomorrow. You should go to the dentist.
I have a dentist appointment in like a week.
Well, then don't complain about it now.
But
God.
it's not like it's like when I put my teeth together, you know, like my jaw presses together that it hurts. That's why I just
What?
noticed it. Like when my teeth touch, it's like
What?
in my jaw. Like,
You're clenching your teeth. Is that what you're talking about?
is that what I'm doing?
Probably, because that's what it looks like you're doing.
Well,
How about you just relax a little bit there?
I don't know how to do that, frankly.
Oh, step 10 is check for outages. 11 is try another net. If there's an outage, wouldn't I just not be in the call? And then step 11, try a different network. Try different Wi-Fi. Step 12, call your internet provider. They'll fix it. Hey, yeah, I'm trying to record a podcast and the internet sucks. What can you do for me?
Can you fix my internet? I can't podcast like I used to.
Gee, right. Turn you down, turn you up. Fuck you, poor connection. I don't have poor connection.
You
know
sound
what?
great, so
Let's
don't.
run a speed test. Let's see. Download is 400 megabits per second. Cool. Upload is 35. Yep. Don't know how this is a poor connection, but okay.
And my download is at 360.
That's
My upload is not
poor
as good,
connection,
but
my
that's fine.
ass. Like what? What is the poor connection here? I'm struggling to see it.
Yeah, it says my internet connection is very fast. So
Yeah.
we're both fine.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's episode 76. Ripley delayed us by 14, 18 minutes, something like that. But back to our earlier conversation, I think it would be squirrels.
What were you talking about with yourself there?
Not with myself. You were there too. You just
I
don't know how to podcast correctly.
I
Like you would
couldn't
only
hear.
talk while you could see me talking, not in between. So that was fun.
I couldn't hear.
You can see me though. You can see when I stop talking.
So what were you talking about?
Squirrels.
What about them?
I think they'd be fun. Now, I
To do
don't
what
know
with?
if. Hold on, I have poor connection.
No, you don't. Just ignore it.
I don't know why it pops up. I hate it. No, I was talking about animals and talking with them and which one would be the fun species to talk to. I think squirrels would be fun.
I think squirrels would be jerks.
I think most animals would just talk about food and sex. Because why not? But then I
No,
was
the
like,
cats would
what do
talk about
the.
world domination.
No, they would tell you to feed them and let them outside. They do
They
not
go,
care about
feed
that.
me, pet me, open the
Why would
door.
why would the cat want world
I
domination?
really want to
They
teach
haven't
our
even
cats
been
to talk.
outside.
Like,
No, I don't care to. I don't want to. It doesn't affect anything. I already know what they're saying. They go in the kitchen to meow, they want food. They go to the door meow, they want outside. That's you don't need to understand. That's the understanding right there. Like
but
what
like,
part of it do you not understand?
because I just think it would be fun to teach them specific words.
Like what?
And like have them
Door?
be able to respond. Like one of those people, their cats or their dogs will eventually start making sentences about other stuff. Like one person's pet was like would ask her like, why is it raining outside, you know?
Yeah. That's what I need. More neurotic questions asked in my household.
I just want to communicate with our cats. What's so terrible about that?
What communication do you need? You give them food, they give you love. That's it. That's the nature of your relationship. I'm not getting into philosophical questions about like why is spider on ceiling? Like what? I don't.
Why not?
It lives there. All right.
Maybe
I don't
our
fucking.
cats will become sentient one day.
Thank goodness. I'll tell them to eat you. They're gonna say food, and then I'm gonna point to you, and then I'm gonna teach them to start biting you. That's what we're gonna
Don't be
communicate over.
rude.
It's not rude. There's just no point to it.
My own enjoyment and happiness.
You don't enjoy talking to them and like giving them food and letting them out.
I do, but like I would also enjoy teaching them how to use
Oh, you
devices.
want them to conform to you. Why don't you learn their language if you want to communicate so
Because
badly?
cats don't talk.
Cats use body language. You know, we'll get you a tail. You'll be all right.
I don't want a tail. I'm not a furry.
Well, you're wanting to communicate with them like you are, so I'm just saying.
Oh no, how dare I want to better understand animals.
Maybe better understand what aspect of their life do you need to better understand? Tell me that. Is it the
I
food
just
aspect
think
or
it
the
would be
being let outside aspect?
fun.
It'd be fun for what? You would wake up in the middle of the night to a fucking voice in the hallway going, food, food, food. Oh, thank goodness. That's not more fucking creepy. Like,
That would be pretty bad.
you
Put it away at
get
night though.
you get freaked out when the closet is left open because you think someone's in there and you're gonna leave buttons in there for cats to talk to you. So you just hear a voice coming from your closet at 2 a.m. going,
Okay,
Mom, wake up. Mom. Like what what sense does this make in any world?
okay.
Right?
When you put it that way,
No, I don't want to wake up at 2 a.m. with you freaking out going, someone's here. And like every other fucking night, because you forget that the cats have buttons now, or they just run across and step on a random one and it says some random shit. And you're like, oh, what was it? Like,
well, topic change. How's your new bed?
huh? What are you going to topic change me for? We were not done discussing it.
I was done.
Yeah, you're done because you feel like all of a sudden it's not worth talking about.
I'm feeling a little attacked right now.
I'm not attacking you. I'm attacking the idea, all right? You want to do this thing, you can do it. But I'm letting you know it's not going to turn out well. There's no disparagement to you. I didn't say this is the worst idea ever. You're a dumb hoe. Like, I didn't say that. I said it's not going to work out well. I don't see a point in it.
I just think it would be fun. I don't think things have to have a point for you to enjoy it.
I think I would enjoy it until 2 a.m. when they start scaring you and I
Well,
had to
then you
wake
put
up
it
and check
away
the
at
house.
night.
Oh, yeah, that'll work out well. Put it away at night. You don't even put dishes away at night, and you want to put this thing away at night every night? It ain't gonna work.
I want to be the kind of person who puts dishes away at night.
See, that's fine. I want to do that too.
I think it'll be a lot easier in the new apartment.
You mean because you can't hide them behind a little wall? They're just gonna be sitting out in the open.
Yeah.
How's
And
the
I won't have
packing
anything
going?
else to do. Well, I'm going to do the kitchen today.
Yeah.
Not excited.
Well, we got like a week and a half, so everything needs to be packed up.
I know. A friend was going to come over and help me, and then she's like, oh, I need to go swimsuit shopping and do all this stuff. And I'm like, I need to pack.
You do. If you run out of that bubble wrap, I guess you'll need to go get more too. But
Okay, 'cause we have so many fucking glass plates.
yeah, all the dishes. My mom gave me the giant set of like all the dishes from when we were kids, and you were just like, "Yeah, we'll take them," and I was like,
Okay.
okay."
I really
Yes.
wanted them, first of all. I like these plates a lot. Like, they're nice. And when are we going to have the money to buy a really good set of things like that?
Really
But
good set of
also,
things.
I something I don't like about this generation is that a lot of people are very much like, buy new things. I don't care about history. I don't care about the past. And like, their parents are giving them these heirloom plate sets and things like that, and then they don't want it. They just throw it away or like donate it. And it's like, I don't know. I just think there's something nice about having a piece of your family with you, you know?
I, those plates are not heirlooms, all right? My parents bought them. That's
They will be.
they're not ancient. I'm not looking to save them forever for future generations. They're plates. Things have like significance. I don't believe a mass-produced set of plates from China is one of them. Like it's not on my like if it was like this is our handcrafted mahogany table that we've had for 200 years. I'd be like, oh, all right, well we'll keep it and make it look nice and keep to we're gonna make it take care of it. But
Yeah.
plates that they got because they bought plates. It's just not, like they're useful. I like them. Reminds me of my childhood. I don't know. Like there's not, but I'm not like, oh my God, the plates, we have to save them.
Did you have a happy childhood?
What's that?
Did you have a happy childhood?
Yeah, why?
What was it like?
Happy. What do you expect me to say there? Yes and no? Like it wasn't, there were bad times, there were good times. What do you want me to do with that information? Yes. No. Your turn. Are you gonna? You look like you wanted to say something about your childhood. That's why, like, go for
No,
it.
I was gonna
I ain't
ask you
gonna
a
stop you.
question, but then I forgot. No, I don't want to say anything about my childhood.
Why
I got
you
therapy
brought up
tomorrow, so
childhood?
we're good.
Huh. You're gonna bring up childhood and then go, I don't want to talk about childhood. All right.
Okay. Have you heard of dysphemism?
No.
It's so
Is that like a cousin of feminism or?
well, so like a euphemism is like a positive term for something.
Okay.
So dysphemism is the opposite of that. It's like an unpleasant or derogatory term that becomes like like replaces a word. So like saying like the loony bin instead of the mental hospital or things like that.
Okay. I never associated that with a negative thing, but sure.
But it would be like something that's negative but has a humorous twist, like kicked the bucket instead of they died,
Okay. Are you gonna
I,
provide more examples or just those two?
just those two. Like I
Oh, that's
I
it.
saw it
Those are the
on
only two.
TikTok. I saw it on TikTok and I thought it would be fun to talk about and like see if you had any that you could think about.
Do you have any? You you pulled like two from TikTok. You didn't even think of any.
No, but I like what's the thing where it's like the opposite? What is that?
An antonym?
Yeah, like jumbo shrimp,
That's not what that is, but okay.
Oh, what is that called? Oxymoron?
Maybe I don't know. You're
I
the one
wasn't
that's
studied
writing
English.
books and studying English and shit, right?
Okay,
Like
I
I don't know.
know how to use figures of speech, even if I don't remember their terms.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's an oxymoron. I like oxymorons. I think they're fun. I just think they're neat.
Which one is the better one, the oxy or the moron?
Both.
I don't know. I feel like oxy's more addicting.
I don't know. I've never tried it.
That's why I said I feel like. I don't know either.
I've only had like hardcore medication twice. Like when I got my wisdom teeth removed the first time, they
I
gave
thought you were
me
gonna just stop it. I only had hardcore medication. That's the
no,
only thing I
twice.
take.
Like I've only taken something super like I've only had narcotics twice. So like I took Vicodin after getting my wisdom teeth out, and I only used it for like 2 days, and I did not like the way that shit made me feel. Like, I like smoking weed and
But
stuff like
house makes
that.
it look so cool.
I know, like if it feels like I don't mind being high. Like I've experienced that before, and that's okay. Vicodin though, I didn't feel like me or in control of myself and like fuzzy and weird. Not for me, like everybody's got something different that they'll get addicted to that like speaks to them.
Yeah.
Bug?
There's a bug?
Where?
What do you mean?
You just typed bug in the chat.
What
Where's
are
the
you
bug?
talking about?
Is there a bug?
No, what are you
Why'd
talking
you say
about?
that?
I didn't say it.
You typed bug in the chat.
Nuh-uh, it says Jordan and Ripley typed that. That's you.
Okay, why
I
did
can
you
see
put
it.
that there? I
It's
didn't
right
do
there.
it. Okay.
Right
Is
there.
there a bug?
I'm sure there is a bug somewhere.
I feel bad when I have to kill bugs because the cats are torturing them.
Why?
Because, like, the cats will find a bug and then they don't kill it. They just, like, stalk it and, like, bat it around and make it scared. And I just feel so bad.
Yeah, they're practicing hunting things.
But they don't need to treat those little bugs like that. Like, they could just kill it. They could just kill it if they wanted to. And they don't.
So could you. You could go around and kill it. You could spray for bugs so that they don't have a chance to kill them. And you could kill them with the pesticide, but you don't. All right, so I feel like you're equally to blame in that endeavor.
Okay. Stop copying my faces. You make me feel so self-conscious because you're
You
always
got
like,
real southern with that copy. Copying my faces.
it's
Well,
only
right.
certain words. I don't know what it is.
Say copying again.
Copying.
Oh, now you're not even trying.
It's mostly like if I say a word at once, like it's fine, right? But when I say something in a sentence, that's when it starts to creep in. Like, especially I've noticed it mostly with words like mine or fine. Like anything
Go
with
on.
the I sound.
Can you use them in a sentence, please?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like you're fine.
That was not a sentence. That was like 2 words, and you were like, the smallest sentence possible? Yep. Got it.
Yeah. So just like certain words, it creeps in. Or sometimes I say something and I'm like, that was my mother's voice, not mine. Like sometimes I sound exactly like her and I'm like, what the freak? It creeps me out a little bit. My dad says on the phone he can't tell me, my sister, and my mom apart. I don't think we sound that similar, but
You and your sister sometimes do. Your mom is definitely different. Unless y'all have been around each other a lot, then it's a little bit harder to tell.
yeah.
But
My sister's got is kind of high pitched though. Like she's always talking
yeah.
in like a soft high voice, and I don't know. It depends on like my voice changes depending on my mood. Like I feel like I have a bunch of
Oh,
different accents.
I'm aware.
Why you say it like that?
Because you never recognize it when you're like angry or like sassy. You'll say something, I'm like, ooh, I don't need that attitude. And you're like, it's not an attitude. I'm like, oh, okay.
You do the same thing to
My
me though.
bad.
Like you'll say something and I'm like, I don't need the sass. Like shit.
Yeah, but at least I'll know I'm sassing you. You just deny it outright.
Because I'm not trying to. It just leaks
I,
into my personality.
I don't care if you're trying to or not. You can't deny me that you're sassing me when you are. Like,
That's why at
try
work
or not.
sometimes I have to stop talking because like I'll get really irritated and like people will start asking me dumbass questions and shit and I'm just like I need to not take this bad mood on these people right now because I'm gonna say something I regret. But like, are you fucking kidding me? Like that's the dumbest question I've ever heard. And there's just there's just one person at work and I like them in general, right? Like they're not a bad person. They don't do bad work. This person though is like questions every single thing you say. Like it doesn't matter who you are, if you're the manager, the shift, whatever. This person will question literally every single thing you say and be like, well, did you do this? What about this? And I'm like, just do the thing I'm asking you to do. I know how to do my job. But like literally questions everybody and it's getting so irritating. And I'm like, she's going to say something to the wrong person and it's not going to end well. Cause we got a few people
I
that
have
like
some,
say some shit, like they'll go off the
yeah.
handle.
Yeah, I have some coworkers like that too, where they're like, well, why didn't we try it this way? I'm like, I did last year before you joined the company. It doesn't work. They're like, well, it could go this way. And I'm like, nope, that's how we lose equipment. We tried it that way for 2 months and we lost equipment, well, a lot of it. So we stopped doing it. And then we haven't lost equipment since. And they're like, well, we can mitigate that risk of losing equipment this way. And I'm like, yep, I tried that. Still didn't work. But
Yeah.
thank you for questioning it. I'm like, I guess, I'm like, I
Like
understand
something
you just
was
got here, but
yeah, something in our system wasn't working yesterday and they were on their break while I was doing all the troubleshooting. They came back and I was like, hey, this is what's going on. Like you're going to this spot. And they're like, well, did you do this? Did you try this? And I'm like, Yes, I have been with this company for 7 years and know what I need to do when things stop working. I know how to troubleshoot. I wouldn't tell you all of this if I hadn't done it, like
Did you tell them all that?
yes, I did. I was trying to say it nicely, but I was like, yes, I already did that.
Oh, I've stopped being nice to them because they'll just keep asking for dumb things, and I'm like,
I'm
I'm
just
fine
like
if
really
you have.
short and blunt.
Well, like, I'm fine if you have some idea or some way that you think will improve things. But when I'm like, hey, this is the way we're doing it now because we've had X, Y, and Z issues or this problem popped up, so we're going to change it to this so that we don't have this problem anymore. And they're like, well, did you try this? I'm like, now you're going backwards. We started there like,
Yeah.
before you joined.
Sometimes
Like,
I miss being like the GM just because like I had a little bit more leeway to be like, you need to stop talking.
no.
But and the paychecks weren't bad. The stress was not my favorite though.
Yeah, I don't think you're cut out for that one.
I did apply for these jobs that like are $40 to $50 an hour, so we'll see
Yeah.
if they call me. They're probably very
Nice.
competitive,
I would imagine, yeah.
but it would be work from home.
That'd be nice.
When school starts and we move, oh my god, there's so much happening. Still don't know if
Yep.
I have a store to go to.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, you'll just have a few weeks to unpack, I guess. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, but the whole
it,
getting paid part of everything.
we'll figure it out.
I do want to start streaming again.
Go for it.
Like you said, maybe one day a week once we get moved and settled. I don't know. I'll have a lot of time on my hands since I don't have friends there.
Do you do a lot of things with friends right now?
No.
What are you talking about? Yeah, what?
I do need
Like,
to, but I'll be um, in school, so that'll take up a lot of time. And I
oh,
think that new idea I was telling you that I had, I think I'm gonna use that as like what I write about for my school book.
mhm.
Um, and then I'm finishing. I need to edit so much. Writing 80,000 words took a while. I don't know why I thought editing it would take no time.
I don't know. I've been telling you for months to get it done, so.
You try being the artist, okay? It's hard. And it's
I
like,
didn't
okay,
say it
so like
was easy, but doing it is the key part. Like,
so like when I'm a little depressed, right? Like it's great. I write, like it helps inspire me. If I'm too depressed,
you
I
just
don't
don't
do
do
shit.
anything for several weeks. I'm aware.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, and I have been pretty depressed, I guess. Sometimes it takes me a while to notice it, and then I'm like, oh,
Yeah, there's so little going on in your life that would be happy worthy. Get to move in with me.
okay.
Get to
You know
start
what?
school.
I get that's a little annoying because it's like it's a brain disease, Like it's not like I
No,
choose to be unhappy. Like
I
I
didn't
know
say
my
you're
life is
choosing to do it. I'm just saying you're also every time I bring up all the happy things, you're like, "Oh yeah, I didn't think about those." Well, why didn't you? Start
because I'm
trying to.
depressed.
And right, yeah, your brain is not incapable of recognizing happy things. It's just not producing enough fucking dopamines and happiness chemicals. But that doesn't mean you can't tell yourself, "Hey, this is happening and it's gonna be happy. I'm excited for it."
I do. I think the new medication's helping a little bit. So
Yeah, just lately.
this week, though, the dosage increases. So we'll see. Um, Fun times. Love being an adult that feels like a child. Do you feel like an adult? Like, do you feel like your age?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't feel like a person who's almost 30, Like, I don't feel 26, 27. Like, I feel like I'm 15 in my head.
Yep, that's probably why you don't like making decisions or doing grown-up things very often.
And so one big part of my therapy right now is my therapist is like trying to get me to grow into my adult self, like teach me how to navigate emotions as an adult.
You mean like be responsible for your
I'm
own
making
self?
I'm making really good progress, okay? Like, yeah. And so part of my problem now is I can recognize a lot of things, but then like I need to reroute and like fix how I react.
Yep.
Yeah. Um Oh shit, what was my point? Oh, but so like we're trying
Oh,
to bring my like adult self in, but I'm just like we live in such times. Like you know in Baldur's Gate when they're like shouldn't have wished to live in such interesting times.
what's up?
In Baldur's Gate when they're like shouldn't have wished to live in such interesting times. I'm like that's how I feel right now. Like oh my god, I guess do we want to talk about the news?
Every time we live in is interesting to those that live in it. There wasn't people in the Middle Ages be like, it's so boring here. There were people in the Middle Ages like, man, maybe this sucks, but it could be worse. Could be working
But I just
8 hour
like
days.
I feel like we've lived through so many major historical events and like we're not even 30, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have too much hope, but I mean, that's the thing, right? There's a bunch of studies coming out that's like, why aren't people buying houses? Why aren't people having kids? Because there's no hope. The hope has been diminished. People would rather just enjoy their lives and then be like, well, fuck it. This society
Yeah.
sucks. I'll enjoy the best I can and
I
then
saw
leave.
they did
You know?
a like a short study, like they should have a bigger sample size, but basically a lot of Gen Z people aren't saving money, aren't saving for
No.
retirement, aren't doing they're just buying things they enjoy. And I think that is part of the problem I have sometimes is I'll get into that mentality where I'm like, fuck it, nothing really matters, do what I want. But then it's like short term it still does matter. Like if
Yeah,
you meet
no,
different priorities.
that's the mentality you have while the government's collapsing, but like when the
It's kind
country
of
or
doing it
whatever.
though, isn't it?
No, no, it's not collapsing. It's fucking struggling and having issues with itself, but it's not collapsing. It's very different.
What would be like the first sign that like our government's actually collapsing? Like, is there like a historical thing? Like, what, do we
The
got like a
first sign that
checklist
a
for the fall of
government
society?
collapses. Um, that a government is collapsing.
Okay, so political instability is the number one.
Yeah.
Persistent political instability, including frequent changes, government corruption, lack of political consensus, and widespread political unrest. Well, that sounds familiar. Okay.
There are some factors that we haven't gotten to yet. There's the military ineffectiveness. Our military is still effective. It's still
Yeah,
following
we have a good
orders.
military.
Same with the National Guard. A lot of National Guards still following orders. So I mean, there's nothing that you can do there. But yeah, I mean, there's some signs, but I wouldn't say it's collapsing currently. But yeah, no, that's. I mean, you're gonna tell an entire generation that you're not gonna own a house unless your parents die and leave you one.
Yeah, that's
You're
pretty
gonna
much what I'm
tell
waiting
an
for.
entire generation that Social Security is gonna run out long before you ever reach the age to collect it. So it's and those aren't things that are like rumors or fucking like conspiracy theories. Those are just things backed by the
Mhm.
numbers. Like those are just facts. Like affording a house, crazy, ridiculously expensive right now. Like good luck
Like, would you
unless your
like this
parents die.
shed for
You know,
$50,000?
and I mean, and our taxes increase again next year. For anybody making under 75,000, your taxes are going to increase in 2025.
Every year until 2027, right?
Yes, and that was a bill that Trump pushed through when he was in office. It started in 21, and every 2 years, going to 2027, anybody making under 75,000, your taxes are going to increase. So be looking at. But even with the increase in taxes on that and on the other side, what Biden's doing is still not enough. Biden introduced one that would tax people who make over 400,000 a year, but even with that and Trump's one, the taxes increase isn't going to be enough to fund Social Security because that's not where it's going. It's going
What
towards the military and other services. And
what do you think would like fix our issues? Like, do you think there's anything that would fix the government issues this country's been having? Or
our government, I mean, I don't see it likely happening anytime soon. It's too divided, right? Especially right now, the
do you think
unrest and everything.
it would work if we had two presidents?
No, why would that work?
Well, because like have like two different political parties in charge, and like they have to work together to pass things.
Yeah, no, that's the idea that we're currently operating under is they're supposed to work together for the betterment of the citizens and the people, and they don't.
They're
They
doing
work
such a bad
together for the
job.
betterment of corporations that pay for them. That's what they're bettering.
I could not tell you the last time I washed my hair.
Okay.
Sorry, that was random. My hair's just been itchy, and like I need to get it cut, and it's just been bothering the hell out of me.
Yeah. But either way, I mean, like, there's a good sense to it and a bad sense to it. Like I do save up for things that I want to buy. Like I save up for, obviously the wedding we saved up for, and save up for whether it's a car or whatever. You still have the ability to save up for it, just a little slowly. But then there's that mentality of like, oh, I'll spend, the money that I have because there's no point to it. But a lot of people too, I've seen some. I saw one that was like, yeah, this guy has almost like 300,000 in debt, and he's still just living life buying stuff because he's like, wow, just open a new credit card, owe some money to some other people. But he's like, fuck it, like, I'll travel the world, do other shit, doesn't
Okay,
matter.
so I'm not gonna lie. I feel like when I get old and I'm gonna die or something, that would be I'd be like, credit cards, credit cards, credit cards. Can't stop me.
Why?
Because like your
I
family's
mean,
not responsible for your debt.
maybe, but I mean, that's only if I die first. If you're gonna die, I'm taking all your credit cards and be like, oh wow, she died. That's crazy.
I figured you'd probably die first because you live a higher risk lifestyle than I do.
A higher risk lifestyle. You're trying to teach murderous cats to talk. Okay,
They're,
you don't know that they're not murderers. All right, you just said that they torture things. Now you're gonna give them intelligence to talk. That's what I thought.
listen, we should talk about something happy for the end of this episode.
Eh, it'll work out. Did you hear the Earth is flat?
Says who?
A lot of people. They're
A lot of
not
dumb
trustworthy
people.
or smart people, but a lot of people say it.
You can say a lot of things.
I know, right? Pretty great. Remember when like our ancestors were like, you know why people are dumb? Because they don't have access to information. And
Now I
I
think we have the
saw
opposite problem. We have too much.
there's too much information, but also like a lot of people when they do research like online, nobody knows how to do actual research, or a lot of people don't put in the time and the effort. They just Google it and then they're like, oh yeah, somebody on Reddit said the same thing as me. I've done my research and that's
Confirmation
it.
bias.
But I don't know if people like paid attention in the computer class in school when it was like you can filter your results to like peer-reviewed articles, proven things, but a lot of the times people don't want to do that because even if you get those results, a lot of them are published papers or
Mm-hmm, yeah,
published
do some
findings
reading.
that you either have to do in-depth reading on because it's like a textbook, or you have to pay for it because it's behind some paywall. Like
Or just do what I did in
a lot of
college.
journals and shit, and you're like, God
All
damn.
you do is you go on Google Scholar. Even if it's a paywalled article, you can there's a website where you can copy and paste the link and it'll download the text for you and you can just read it. But
Oh yeah, no.
I always just read the abstract and then I would like link the journal in whatever assignment and I would just extrapolate from the abstract and make it sound smart and it worked every time for me. Every single time.
Yeah, we're not trying to plagiarize an assignment. We're trying to gain information.
It's not plagiarism to
I mean, it is. You're taking an abstract, writing your own thesis about what it means when it could have been like, here's the abstract, and then the actual article says more in depth about it, this, and this,
it's
A,
not
B, and C, and you
plagiarism.
went, yeah, A, B,
If
D.
you're properly citing it and everything like that, you just didn't read the rest of the article.
You're not plagiarizing it. You're incorrectly like displaying it or like relaying it. Like, what if you displayed that information incorrectly or inferred the wrong thing,
I mean, it was
or
for lower
used the
level
wrong
college
information?
courses. It's
I'm
not like
not
an actual
saying I
researcher.
care. I'm saying if you're going to use it for research, actually read the fucking thing. Don't read the abstract and go, I'm an expert in this field. Like,
The only ones I ever read in depth were the ones that were really interesting, like about how fish have feelings and emotions and things like that.
did you ever see that thing where there was a study that proved that fish don't exist? Yeah. Okay. So,
I've seen the ones about octopus being alien species that somehow ended up on Earth, but not that.
okay. So,
I'm gonna need some explanation on this.
let me try and find it. Let's see, where is it? Blah, 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 blah. So it's a where was the person? I'm trying to find it.
You don't know why the fish don't exist?
No, hold on. All right, the puzzles of fish evolution. Okay, sure. Evolution, good. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to find it. Yeah. Okay. So here's what it is. It's by Stephen Jay Gould, right? He was a study of evolution or biology and evolution, right? And he once wrote that there is no such thing as fish, right? But you can read it. It says maybe he was just pointing out that unlike all other recognized classes of animal and plant life, like amphibians and mammals, fish doesn't refer to one class, but is a broad description of things that we once believed were somehow closely related. As you can see from the blah blah blah, he wrote a diagram. The relationship between a guppy and a hammerhead shark is really no closer than a guppy and humans. So to say that it's a fish doesn't really mean anything. So he put that fish don't exist. It's just a broadly used term to describe things that kind of look similar. And you're like, all right.
Have you ever seen the thing about octopus might have been like an alien species that like came in here? Like,
Octopus?
yeah, because their genome is so unique. So first of all, let me see. They have 33,000 genes, which is about 10,000 more than a human being. Besides that, like, like our neural network, like all the different things that make up our brain, they have a very similar one, which helps them adapt and learn. They have a large brain, closed circulatory system, all that sort of stuff. But especially like their ability to camouflage their skin and change it within seconds. So a lot of people have theorized that, and especially because they're water creatures, like maybe their DNA was brought here by like an asteroid or something like that, because there's nothing else that we know of on our planet that is similar to them.
I thought squids were pretty close, but I guess it's just the gelatinous thing that I'm
Yeah, it's
thinking
just like
about.
it's more like the shape, but like
I mean, is a
they're
squid
not as
considered a
intelligent as an
cephalopod?
octopus. I think it's a cephalopod.
Is it? Is squid cephalopod?
They're cephalopods.
Oh, yeah, see?
They're a eukaryota.
But that just means we classified them as the same. It doesn't mean
Also,
that
that
they.
thing about like there's no such thing as a fish, like it's like semantics, Like as humans, we decided this was like a grouping or stuff just because science has then gone on and say like we have these specific classifications for things. Doesn't mean fish don't exist. It just means that our understanding has gotten more
No,
specific.
we're asking what is the definition of fish, right? Like that's what we're going for. Is it something that breathes through gills? Because then an octopus doesn't. Like
An octopus is not a fish.
but like there's a bunch of other things that
Yeah, I mean, if
there's
you look
no
up definition,
defining characteristics of one fish that would be applicable to all fishes.
I mean, the dictionary says a limbless, cold-blooded vertebrate animal with gills and fins living wholly in water. So that would exclude a lot of water creatures.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Like a
it's
shark is not a fish.
no, sharks are mammals. But when you look at them, someone would call it a fish because they look the same.
They have
That one's
fins,
big
but
fish.
that's about it. Have you ever seen the movie Big Fish?
Big fish. Yeah, that's a good movie. It's got Evan McGregor in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good movie.
Ewan?
I don't know. Do I look like I care?
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about, then my point
Okay.
got across.
How much longer did you want to record?
At least 6 years.
Can we do the pause thing? Because I gotta use the bathroom.
No.
Hello.
Did you have a nice shit?
Oh my god, I did.
Good. That'll make the
I
cut.
I've been drinking leftover espresso, so sorry.
Good. I'm gonna leave that in the episode. It's good.
Okay. You do that. At least that don't take 10 plus minutes.
So Trump got shot yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I thought my text to you was so funny though. It's like, did you see Trump got shot a little?
Just a little bit. Like grazes here.
It's
I
pretty sad. Did you see the person who did it was like a 20-year-old kid?
Why is that sad? Committing a crime is not sad.
Yeah, just like he was barely 12 when Trump got elected, like, and he's trying to assassinate him? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. Maybe it goes back to our earlier conversation. Kids have no hope. I don't know.
As much as like there's memes and stuff, I do think it's kind of scary. Like, I feel like this, like I said, major historical event, no idea what the consequences for this will be yet. But like, I do feel like it's gonna affect
What
some.
would you been? The third, technically? The
Yeah.
third president to be killed? Which I don't know if that would fall in the same category because he's former president. So like the other two were killed in office.
Have a bunch of, let me see what the stats are on that.
Well,
I'm gonna end up on a list.
how many presidents are killed? I'm sure a lot of people are Googling things similar today.
Well, it's like the Secret Service didn't even see the guy, so like,
Yeah, so if you're not knowing what we're
or
talking
sitting
about, Trump
presidents have
gave have what? Have been
been
killed?
assassinated. Abraham Lincoln, James Garfield, William McKinley, and John F. Kennedy.
Yeah, but so you're not tracking. Trump was at a rally in Pennsylvania on the 13th, and while he was up on stage talking, they heard a shot and a few more shots after that, which I guess the first shot, according to some of the stories I was reading, the first shot was the shooter, and then the following like 3 shots were the sniper teams from the Secret Service shooting back at the guy. Which I'm like, good job, you got him. They killed him on that rooftop, but I don't know. Like when I helped work one of the security details for him, and we didn't have a lot of gaps like in that. Like almost every rooftop we looked at, and I'm like, and then if you look at the overview, there was only like 2 buildings nearby, 2 or 3 where Trump was just on the 13th, and I'm like, I feel like you should have checked those 2 or 3
Yeah,
buildings,
well, and that one,
you know.
from the videos I saw, that building was so close to the crowd too, because like somebody turned and saw him before he started shooting, and they were like, "He's got a gun, like there's a shooter," and we're trying to
Oh, I
warn
don't know about
everybody.
that. I didn't
Before
see
the
that.
Secret Service even saw them, people were like, "Hey, there's a shooter up there." So like, there were a lot of
I
security
don't know.
failures, I feel like.
I think somebody else in the crowd got hit too, didn't they?
Yeah, I think it said it was like an older person.
FBI identifies suspect shooter. That's good. Releases the identity. Blah 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 blah.
I want to say though,
Identified as
okay,
Thomas Crooks. Okay.
you know how fast Wikipedia is? Because it says, additionally, 3 presidents have been injured in attempted assassinations: Ronald Reagan, Theodore Roosevelt, and Donald Trump. Like, it's not even been 24 hours. They were quick with that update.
Yeah, I mean they usually are. Trump is injured but fine. Yeah, okay. Trump shooting.
Okay, I gotta say, I'm not a fan of President Trump, but the picture of him afterwards, like holding up his bloody fist with like blood streaming down his face, I was like, that's pretty cool. He looks pretty
Yeah, it was a good
like
picture.
hardcore.
I'm trying to find out who else was involved, but every fucking news outlet's just like, no, Trump was injured. I'm like, yeah, did someone die? Because I felt like I read a story yesterday where someone got hit with the bullet. you know, President shot. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Yeah, the 20-year-old was the one that the FBI identified. Let's see. Oh my gosh, there's so many ads on every fucking thing. Legally purchased by the suspect's father.
It said 2 people did die,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who it was, but I believe one of the articles I saw said it was like someone older.
Yeah, I think so. But like you said, no one's gonna be talking about someone else who died.
Well, I care about that person.
I know, which is stupid. One spectator was killed. Okay, yeah, here it is. 2 spectators were critically injured. 1 spectator was killed.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
And then so Biden was supposed to come to Austin on Monday, and then they canceled that after.
Oh yeah, no.
It's probably for the best because UT Austin just had like a shooter event. Anyways.
President Biden responded saying, "I've been briefed on the shooting at Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania. I'm grateful to hear that he's safe and doing well." Blah blah blah. Yeah, there's no place for this kind of violence in America. We must unite as one. Did you see that? Like already, people are like, "Oh, you're using that immunity from the Supreme Court to already order assassinations, are you?" I was like,
Yeah, when that
what a
ruling dropped,
conspiracy
I saw a
theory.
thing that said Biden has the chance to do the funniest thing of all time.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can. Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh. There's some rules to it. Like everyone just thinks he's fucking a dictator now and can do whatever he wants. I'm like, no, there's still rules to it. They're just not as strict anymore, and they are concerning. It is concerning that he's immune from official acts, and you're like,
speaking of
shouldn't
having
be
the
all
chance
of
to do
them,
the
but
funniest thing,
whatever.
do you know about like the whole Gypsy Rose thing?
Yeah.
So she's become like a public figure. I don't think that says great things
In
about our society.
in which circles?
She's
What?
got
I
like
haven't
her own
heard shit about
reality
it.
show now and stuff like
No,
that.
boy.
I just keep
That's
seeing
why
it
I
pop
don't
up on
watch
social
reality shows.
media. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I feel bad for her situation, but she is still a murderer.
Hmm.
But so she's been real messy. She was married to somebody when she got out of prison, right?
Yeah.
They divorced. She immediately gets with somebody else. Now her ex-husband keeps spilling all this tea about her, and then she's going back and forth yelling at him. But so like she leaves her ex-husband, immediately starts dating someone else, and she just announced that she's pregnant. And someone goes, Gypsy Rose's daughter has the chance to do the funniest thing of all time. Like, holy shit, that's terrible. And then she put up a baby registry online, and everybody was like, this girl is worth millions of dollars, and she's asking the public to donate her baby registry. But I just thought that was funny because it's like, damn.
As I don't. I think that's part of the reason people are dumber now. It's just too many reality TV shows that are just designed to numb your brain. I don't. It's dumb.
Nothing. The problem with me is nothing numbs my brain, and then you get addicted to things.
No, it does numb your brain. When you sit and you watch Grey's Anatomy and play The Sims, you're not worried about other shit. That's what it means. You're not like, you're not stimulated. You're not engaged with anything. You're just going through it. Yeah.
It's just like
That's
I
what it
don't. So
means.
I know part of this is OCD. Like that's a big part of that is these thoughts, but it's like part of the reason I like all these things like drinking and stuff is because like my brain just doesn't shut the fuck up, and it is so stressful. And I'm like, yeah, I can see how people like throw their lives away for things because it's sometimes I'm just like I want it to quiet down in here. The medication has helped a lot, but there's still some days where I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so fucking annoying. Why
Hmm.
is my
Hmm.
brain like this, you know?
Yeah, I
And I hate
couldn't
it.
relate to that.
Can you not relate to that? Or can you relate to it? Does your brain never shut the fuck up either?
I was talking about you, but
Oh,
what?
I just, sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a journey of mental health, but I think more people need to be aware of these things because, like I said, I would have never thought I had OCD. Like, I would have never guessed that because my symptoms didn't present in the way that they
Yeah,
show
you're
on
bad
like
at guessing things.
TV.
TV? What is that? What you just said? The TV said I didn't have it. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll wait for your conversation to end.
Sorry, Caitlin's trying to make plans for what we're doing today. And I was telling you we're recording the podcast right now and that I would need some time. But we've been playing Warframe. I got Jordon to start Warframe. That's been exciting.
That has been fun, yeah.
I like Warframe because it's like, I feel like it takes the best elements of a lot of games. Like you get that space exploration, you can do cool decorations and stuff, but like you don't have to get heavily invested. Like you don't have to sit there and play for hours. Like if you want to do like a quick 15-minute mission and then go do some chores, you can do that. If you want to get involved in something that takes like an hour, you can do that. Like there's a lot more versatility in the way you can play it compared to a lot of other shooter games. And I think that's why I enjoy it so much, because you can pick it up again after years and it's like, okay, yeah, it's the same.
I think they're having their like 11-year anniversary or something like that.
But I want to play more Warframe, and then I really, for my birthday, I'm gonna ask one of my friends to give me money for the Warframe because I put that thing in my wish list. I'll show it to you later. I thought it was so cute. It's like a more feminine looking frame, you know. But it's been so fun to play.
Yeah.
What else you got?
I'm just waiting.
For what?
I don't know. You were having a conversation with yourself and with your friends, so I'm just kind of waiting for one of them to peter out.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like a story now.
No. We were in the middle of talking about stuff and you stopped the text, so I'll wait.
Okay. Well, what were we talking about? Because I thought I was done.
Done with what?
What
was the
talking about?
conversation?
I don't know. What was it?
Mm-hmm.
It's your turn.
We're not taking turns. We're having a conversation and talking. If you have more to say, just fucking say it. I don't like this turn shit. I'm not
I don't
fucking
know
going
why.
with that. Like,
I don't know why I'm like this. I feel like conversations have turns. Like I talk and then you talk and then you talk and I talk.
yeah, going back and forth is how conversations work. But topic wise, if you have something you want to talk about, just bring it up. Like it's not.
Oh, sorry.
Not like, oh, I have 3 topics and he only has 1. The conversation will never work. I'll have to have 2 in a row. Ooh.
So, did you have any fun stories to share?
Nope, I've been working all week.
Your job is really stressful, and that makes me feel bad for hating my job.
Why?
Because every time I'm at work, I'm like, and I'm hating it, and I'm like, I want to die here. I'll think about you, and I'm like, yeah, it could be a lot worse. Like, I don't know why I'm bitching so much. But, well, is that all, folks?
Is it?
Why do you copy my movements? You make me feel so self-conscious about being weird.
I'm just pointing it out. You're the one that's feeling self-conscious about it.
Yeah, because you don't need to point it out. Like,
I don't need to not.
okay, and then it's like the more my medication works, the weirder I get. And everybody's like, that's the autism. And I'm like, oh no. Now people are going to like me even less than they already do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
know
I'm pretty sure everyone in the world secretly hates you.
Okay, I know that's also another OCD thing, but like I do feel that way. I'm like, everybody secretly hates me. Like nobody really likes me. Like, are you sure you like me? We're literally married. Yes. I think I have self-confidence, but then at the same time I don't, you know? Like I'm self-confident, but then I'll be like, but what if everybody is lying to you and hates you? And I'm like, stop being stupid, brain. If you're not mentally ill, you're so lucky, because I want to know what it's like to just have a quiet brain that like does what you need it to every day. Like, what's it like to wake up and be like, oh, I slept good. Oh, I had a nice day with no negative thoughts. Like, does that exist?
What does that mean? No negative thoughts. You think everybody just goes through life 100% happy every day?
No, but like, like every day, like I just have all these thoughts, like so many thoughts where I'm like, God, I hate this. God, I'm so bored. God, I'm so annoyed. God, I hate this. God,
I know.
why do
And
I
then I
work?
tell you all the nice things that are happening. I'm like, hey, this is a good thing that's happened. You're like, I know. And I'm like, no, you know it, but you're not thinking about it.
But
It's
like,
very
so
different.
how do normal people do that? Like, how do you stop yourself from thinking so negatively and like focus on other things?
I mean, what negative thing? Give like an example or
I don't know.
okay. What
I can't think of it right now. I'm all
wow.
medicated.
Look at that. You're not depressed anymore. That was fun. Can't think
That's
of
not how
anything
it
negative. Well, you just said you can't think of anything negatives though. She's
works.
scared.
Because today's a nice day. Like, I got the door open. It's cool outside.
Did you turn the air off?
Yeah. No, I left it open so I can waste all of our money.
I'm not gonna put it past you.
Okay.
But like, what negative thing are you thinking of that you're like, ah, I'll never get over this?
Like, I don't want to work ever. Is that normal?
If you're not happy with what you're doing, then yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to work ever.
If you
I hate
feel
being
that
there.
the reward is not worth the stress or whatever it is, then yes, it's a normal thing.
But then it's like, oh, I got to pay my bills and I need money, but I don't want to be there.
Yeah, which is why I told you years ago, look for a better option. Look for a better job, do something that's better.
Oh, the
And then
benefits are
and
just
then
so
once a
good.
week you go, but I don't, it's too hard. I don't want to do, isn't it? And that's all I hear.
I don't like change.
Yeah, that's on you. You don't like where you're at, but you don't like change. I can't help you. There's no other way to put it. Like, you don't like where you're at, something's got to change. You don't like change, it's all to stay the same, and you're gonna hate it. Pick which one. And like, what change are you so afraid of that you can't like? Oh my gosh, I'd be making more money. I hate this change. Like
Well,
what?
like, what if I start something new and I'm not good at it?
Like what?
Like being a server or something.
Who cares? Do you think you were the greatest barista from day one?
I was
No.
pretty good
No,
from day
you weren't.
one.
All right. You were not. Everyone thinks they're gonna be great and be perfect and be amazing from day one. You're not gonna be.
I wasn't like perfect, but
Right?
I was pretty
You may have
good.
had
But I didn't have a
skills that
choice.
transferred. You may have had skills that transferred from another job, but that job or the first job you had, you were not the greatest fucking sandwich and soup maker that ever lived on your day one. Right?
That's
You got skills. You moved on. You become a server. You think you're gonna hold up 30-pound trays full of food on the first day? No. You know, work that shit. The key that you're not seeming to grasp is you're not gonna be good until you practice and keep with it. It's the same thing with crocheting. You tried it for like 3 days and was like, I don't know how to do this, and I haven't seen you crochet since then.
I've tried since then. I just still struggle.
Right. But trying and struggling is the thing, right?
That's true.
Like, if you keep working at it and keep going, you'll get better. That's how that works. It's experience, it's points. You didn't know all the fucking commands and fucking ins and outs of the Sims on day one. No, you have like 1,000 fucking hours in it, and now you're much better at it. If
That's
I
true.
joined in Sims, I'm like, God, this camera sucks. I hate it. And you're like, why? It's so easy. It's easy for you because you've been using it. It sucks for me because I haven't. I don't expect to be the greatest fucking camera operator in the Sims ever. But
But you
if I
gotta use the
spend a
Sims
thousand
3
hours
camera
in it,
instead.
whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, your issue is not that you're afraid of not being good at things. Your issue is that you stop because you're not good at things, even though you don't continue on to get better.
My parents taught me that if I wasn't perfect, it wasn't worth doing.
That sucks for you. That's why I keep telling you to do things over and over again. That's why I always keep telling you, look down. You got to actually wash the dishes, not just rinse them off. Because we get better at things the more we do them.
True.
And that goes for whatever.
Okay. It's about that time.
Well, get us out of here then.
Sorry, I'm making ugly faces at you.
She's yawning at the audience because you're boring her.
This
Wow.
has been an episode of Mindless Prattle. If you like what you heard, you can go to our website and leave us a voice message or whatever you want to do. You can also review us wherever you listen to your podcast. I will be streaming again. I'm going to switch back to Twitch, I think, over Kick. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
it works a little bit better. It's a little bit easier. But I think that's all the updates we have. This has been an episode of Mindless Prattle, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.